So let's talk about using operators. Operators allow us to do some mathematical things in Java. So the operators actually look like the normal math operators, addition, subtraction, and multiplication, but there's some additional things one might need to know, like the data type you're using may hinder some results from showing up. Like, let's create two ints, int A, int AB. So we are creating two ints, int A and int B. This is another way to create or declare variables when you want to do it in one line. So we can assign A to 2, and maybe B to 7. So let's first do an addition. Let's add A to B and assign it to C. Let's say in C, and immediately assign that to A plus B. Let's print that out to see what it will give us. So we know how to print out. We first of all compile. Then we run the program. So 2 plus 7 is 9. Let's do a subtraction using the same tool. So we call it D, then we change the plus. We call it D, then we change the plus to a minus sign. Print D. So 2 plus 2 minus 7 give you minus 5. Now we'll do a multiply. So we use the letter M. So let's print M and see what 2 times 7 gives. So 2 times 7 is 14. Then there is the division. But there's a problem with division is that since these two are integers, when you try to divide them, the division will be truncated. So in order to divide them and get a flow, there are certain things we need to do, but for now we'll just accept the values. S squared and S. Now we'll print the S to see, and you will see that it might just give us a 0 because it has been approximated and truncated. That gives a 0. So it gives a 0. Even if we were to say B over A, no, it should give us a 3.5, but it will give us just 3 because of the value has been truncated. So even if we want this to float, to give us a float, but to just give us 3.0. These are floats, but many of the values have been lost, so there are things we have to do to bring out all the precision in that division, but we'll talk about that later on. So now let's talk about one last operator, which we call the remainder. This one gives you what is left of after a division has been made. For instance, when you say 2 over 7, that will give you 3, remainder 1. So we'll say let's call it Rm. And to write out a remainder, to use a remainder, use a percentage sign. So this will come out as 1. A divided by B is 7, and R is 2 divided by 7 will give you 0, remainder 2. But if we were to say B divided by A, to give you 7 divided by 2 remainder, that is 3 remainder 1. So the first one was correct because 7 to divide by 7 is 0 remainder 2. This will give you 1. So those are the use of operators. There are some other operators in case you wanted to maybe find the power of any number. There are quite some other operations in Java, but we'll talk about that in a later lesson. But these are what we have for now.